How was the women's division treated back in the Attitude Era?
Well, that's a tricky question. That's a slippery slope. Attitude Era. So you had some great wrestlers there. Well, I consider Luna great at what she did as a wrestler and a ballet manager. Then you had Ivory, who was tremendous, and I think Molly Holly went to WC. They tried to get Luna was trying to. But she ended up going and being Miss Madness because they didn't want her. They thought she was too plain, which was a shame. How was it treated? It was okay when it was like the beginnings, like Raw, before when it was like that Raw in the Manhattan, when Medusa, Luna, Sherry Martel. I think it was treated well, and I enjoyed it. They weren't on top by no means, or maybe gave the respect that they deserved. They probably wasn't given that platform that they deserve, but they were there, and it came a long ways from where they were, right? But that doesn't make it right. But they were there. But then when it got elevated, I think cheapened it, because when it got elevated, it became the Sables and the TNA, and nothing against Terry Rumble, who's gonna pop their tits out the most. Like, that was discouraging. Yeah, Miss Kitty was naked every oil wrestling and mud wrestling show, and nothing against her. I mean, I get along great with her. I just thought it really, everything they worked for to get to where they were and going into the Attitude Era, they kind of stripped away with TNA, tits and ass, not the company, not Total Nonstop Action, but they stripped it away with that, and it put a black cloud on it, which I know for a fact, like, really bothered Luna a lot. Just because she was a second generation. She was so proud to be a professional wrestler. She came from that kayfabe that we talked about earlier, that generation of protecting wrestling at all costs. I mean, we'd been in a Denny's, and she's super nice to the fans. Even as a heel, they come up, she's eating, and, oh, can I get your autograph? She goes, sure. Yeah, growling in that Luna voice. And then right at the end of it, it's just like when you, right at the end of it, you're like, okay, This is a good encounter. It's a good encounter. Then the guy goes, it's all fake anyways. I'll show you fake, you sorry son of a bitch, coming over here and interrupting. And she's trying to claw across the table to like rip their eye out. Like legit. I've seen that more than like 5 times in my life. It's like you go, oh, this is a good encounter. This is a good encounter. Oh, why did they go there? Because she's gonna protect her with that kayfabe. So that's her mentality going into there. And then she had mad respect for Sherry Martel, and Medusa's a tough cookie. Medusa was in All Japan Women's in like the mid 80s, where they were like assassins. They were this badass women, and she survived that, and she was there. And so, by all means, she was a pioneer too. To come in there and then to work up to get women's wrestling respected, and to start moving to that platform where they're moving up. Then let's see who could pop the most hits out. Let's just put the belts on. Then became later, after the Attitude Era, that other era with the diva titles. It's just, I just think it hurt it a little bit. Like, as a professional wrestler, I mean, as entertainment, it's whatever you want for entertainment. It's not my choice of entertainment. No, I don't mean any disrespect to the young ladies that went that route, but I like the Molly Hollies, the Debbie Malinkos, the Luna Vachons, the Medusas, Larger Blaze, or whatever you know her as, the Sherry Martels, the Leilani Kai, Judy Martin, the Jumping Bomb Angels. Like, I can go on and on. I love women's wrestling when it's proper women's wrestling. I just think if you work so hard to be a professional wrestler, don't bring it down with flopping your ass out in your tits. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion.
Okay. Well, what about like the era when like Lita, joined, and Trish Stratus? I mean,
Trish Stratus, I know, would write Edge all the time trying to get in. She wasn't trained. She goes, oh, I want to be part of the Brood thing. Just like, she was super thing, and she did it. She got in. Lita, I know for a fact that Lita paid tribute to Luna when, like, I don't know if you ever, when they did something, Lita had a Luna thing on, because Luna was like, and Lita's a Deerfield Beach girl. She's from South Florida. What's up, So Flo? Luna would always try to get me to carry all Lita's stuff up there to show the office. They need to hire this girl. Luna wasn't there anymore. She was like pro Lita, like super pro Lita. So, and then Lita paid the price, broken neck, this and that. With the flying stuff, trying to push it into that next level where they were flying and this and that. That'd be different than somebody just popping their breast out. You know what I mean? So you had to. They were like earning their way up as wrestlers here, like wrestling and putting on good matches. Then came all this tits coming out, this and that. So now you had to top it with all these bigger and flashier moves and take it to a different level to get that respect, which put a price on their bodies and stuff like that. So I was sad in that sense, but Lita's a great human being. I love that kid.
I'm a fan too.
Kid. I keep thinking I would call people kids. Guess I'm gotten old now. Kid.
No. Yo, whippersnappers. Is that what they're calling? I don't know.
Yeah, you little troublemakers.